Hi, readers. Today we're going to continue reading about our focus topic, music. Now, before we start reading our article a day, I wanted us to do a little bit of detective work. Now, sometimes when we're reading, we notice that words end in the letter S. How does adding S change the meaning of words that we read? That's exactly right. When we add S to the end of a word, it shows that there is more than one. So maybe it's two, maybe it's 202, maybe it's 2,000 or 2,000,000. In any case, it's more than one. So, have you seen any words that have this word part? And if so, what are some words that you have seen that use the letter S at the end of the word? So, readers, let's think about our focus word, instrument. Now, remember, an instrument is a thing used for making music. And when we talk about instrument, we're talking about one. And here it's used in a sentence. The piano is a popular ragtime instrument. Now, how does S change the meaning of our focus word, instrument? Yeah, so when we add the S, instrument becomes instruments. And we use it in a sentence here. There are many different types of instruments. Now that S at the end tells us that there's more than one. Maybe there's two, maybe there's 202. We don't know. So we do know that there's more than one because the S is added at the end of the word. So readers, now that we've done some detective work around our focus word, instrument, let's take a look at the title of the article a day we'll be reading. Our title is Jazz Music. Now, what do you know about jazz music? So, readers, you may not know much, but looking at this photograph, I'm noticing that maybe this is a trumpet. Maybe this is an instrument used to play jazz music. Let's hold on, readers, to what we know about jazz music as we read our article. All right, join me as we read this new article. Jazz music was one of the first American styles of music. It first started being played in the early 1900s. It was first played by African American musicians in the city of New Orleans. Jazz music grew out of ragtime, blues, and other kinds of music. So it looks like this was an older photo of some musicians possibly playing jazz music. And maybe this is a photograph of musicians playing jazz music today, because this photograph's in color and I see on the drum it says jazz band. So jazz music's been around a long time. So what does it sound like? It's hard to give an answer that fits all jazz music, but there are some things found in jazz that are not often found in other kinds of music about jazz music. One thing that sets jazz apart is that it often has improvisation. Improvisation is when musicians make their parts up on the spot. Sometimes in a jazz song, there is a section or part where someone can improvise a solo. The rest of the musicians play quietly in the background. Then they trade. Someone else can then improvise their part. So, improvise means to create and perform something without preparation. So, we can improvise right now. So, you might want to improvise that you're at the store paying for the groceries you bought. Show me what that might look like. So I might look like this. When I'm paying the money for someone at the store, at the grocery store, for something I bought. So that's what it means to improvise. So in jazz music, the musicians try and improvise, do something without preparing for it. So, readers, let's see what else we find out about jazz music. Jazz also can have a syncopated beat. A syncopated beat is a beat that doesn't fall exactly where you think it will. Some beats feel a bit longer. Others feel a bit shorter. This can make some jazz music have a swingy feeling. Let's see some beats, and it looks like here they might be playing a drum. Jazz musicians also have a certain way of playing. They bring their own style to the music. So do jazz singers. For example, they may scoop up to hit high notes or play around with the melody. Jazz is a very special type of music. Listen to a jazz song. What do you hear that makes it special? Let's continue reading to find out more about jazz music. Jazz musicians also have a certain way of playing. They bring their own style to the music. So do jazz singers. For example, they may scoop up to hit notes or play around with the melody. Jazz is a very special type of music. Listen to a jazz song. What do you hear that makes it special? So, readers, we learned a lot in this article, Jazz Music. Let's think about some sentence frames you may want to use to write down what you learned. Jazz music is a style of music that, or you may want to use this. Musicians improvise in jazz music. That means that they, or jazz music is special because, So readers, pause the video now and take out your book of knowledge, whether it be a virtual book of knowledge or on a piece of paper, and write down what you would like to remember about our article a day, jazz music. So as I was reading, I wrote down in my book of knowledge that jazz music is special because the musicians sometimes improvise. And I jotted down here, how would you react if you found $100 bill? What would you look like? So you were just able to improvise. If I found $100 bill, woo, I found $100. So, readers, good job jotting down what you would like to remember about jazz music. I would like for you now to take out your meaning mapper. Think about our focus word, instrument. Remember, instrument is a thing used for making music. What is another word that you can connect to our focus word or another word on your meaning mapper? Pause the video and add to your meaning mapper now. So I added drums to my meaning mapper because drums is another type of instrument that can be used for making music. Thanks so much for joining me today, readers, as we continue to read about our focus topic, music.